What's good, BFM? This is Big Tone coming at you again from Big Tone Productions Beats and Feasts. You know what time it is. It's time for another cooking video. And today we're going to do something that everybody's had if they eat Chinese food. We're going to do General Tso's chicken. Now, I don't know the origin of General Tso. I don't know whether there was a General Tso. All I know is that I've been to Singapore and I've been to Hong Kong. I've never been to China, and I've never seen General Tso's chicken there before. So I'm assuming that this is an American Chinese or Chinese American meal that we created here. All I know is it tastes good, and that's what I'm going to do today. So I'm doing my version of General Tso's chicken. If you like the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications, make sure you share the video. Let's get started with some General Tso's chicken. So the supporting cast is as follows. Of course, we got to have our chicken. I've got 2 large chicken breasts cut up here, and I've cut them up in about 1-inch cubes or so. For the Asian ingredients, hoisin sauce, which is really a Korean type, I would say it's more like a barbecue sauce. Got our soy sauce here. I got some sesame seed oil. And this is my choice. You don't have to put it in, but it's oyster sauce. It's an optional ingredient. We got some ginger. And I'm using the already squeezed crushed ginger there. Some red pepper flakes for a little heat. You can use real red peppers if you want. Of course, I got my pink Himalayan sea salt. Can't have an Asian dish without any kind of minced garlic or garlic. Some chicken broth. I got some all-purpose flour, some AP. 1 egg. A little bit of just regular sugar. And this is a little bit of just household vinegar. You can use rice wine vinegar if you want. I just like the household vinegar. And we got some cornstarch. So that's pretty much the ingredients, guys. So let's start putting it together. So the first thing I'm going to start with is the sauce for the General Tso. So first thing is about 2 to 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. I say 2 to 3 because I just eye it. Next thing we're going to add is about a teaspoon and a half of vinegar. And then we're going to add about 2 tablespoons of hoisin sauce. Now you can pick the hoisin sauce up pretty much at every grocery store now. Let's get it all out of here. Next thing we're going to add is about a tablespoon, or about a teaspoon of sesame seed oil. Remember, sesame seed oil goes a long way. Just a tad bit more. Then we're going to add our sugar. It's about a teaspoon of sugar. And then we're going to add our chili flakes, our red chili flakes. Now this is totally depending on how hot you want it. Get a little taste in there. I don't want mine to be super hot. And then we're going to pour in about a 1/3 cup of chicken broth. And then we're going to go in with about a teaspoon, or a little bit more, a heaping teaspoon of cornstarch for the mixture. That's really just to thicken that. And we're just going to mix that up real good. And then you need to go in and taste it. Let's mix it up a little bit more. Go in and taste it, see what you need to add. And I'm going to add just a little bit more hoisin sauce. And just a little bit more red chili flakes. Alright, so we're at that point. We're just gonna set this aside. You know what, guys? I totally forgot one ingredient that was optional. You don't have to put it in, but I like it, and that's the oyster sauce. So I'm gonna add some now. Just about a little bit more than a teaspoon of oyster sauce. We're gonna mix that up in there as well. And again, we're just gonna set this aside and work on the chicken. We're back here, we got the chicken out. So we're gonna add 1 egg to the chicken. And we're gonna beat this up in here and mix it in real good. Ah, yeah, there we go. Alright, and to that we're going to add a half a cup of all-purpose flour, and we're going to add a half a cup of cornstarch. Cornstarch is a very important step. That's what's going to bring the crispiness to it. And to that we're going to add about a teaspoon and a half of salt. And we're going to add some black pepper to it. About a teaspoon and a half. And we're just going to mix this up till every piece gets nice and coated. And then we're going to take it to the fryer. Alright guys, so I'll see you over at the stove. Alright, so I got my wok over here. I got some oil in it, just regular corn or vegetable oil. And I'm about 350 degrees on the temperature. And I'm going to put each one of these in here individually. I'm going to do a couple at a time. And it's not going to take very long to cook these. You're going to cook them till they're nice and golden brown. So that's the first batch. And I'm going to take those out, put them on a piece of paper towel. I might put them on a rack so they don't get soggy on us. And we'll be back. Alright, so I got my second batch on here. And I think I'm going to have a third batch. We're going to let those cook. Alright, so our second batch is coming out. Look how nice and golden brown they are. Alright, so now we're just going to put in our last batch. Alright, we're going to move those around just so they don't stick. Let those cook up. Alright, so we're going to take out our third batch here. So now we're just going to get the wok ready for the sauce and mixing it all together. Got the wok prepared. We're going to put in a nice heaping tablespoon of garlic. A nice amount of ginger. And we're gonna get that hot, but we're not gonna go overboard because we don't want to burn the garlic. So we'll let that cook down, and then I'll add my red chili flakes. So as you can see, I've added in my sauce here. We're gonna bring this to a simmer because that definitely needs to get thickened with the cornstarch. So it's got to get warm for that. Guys, so I got my sauce there. It's thickened up, as you can see. And I'm going to introduce my chicken back to it. And we're just going to stir this around and get it all nice and coated. Make sure every piece gets some sauce. Alright, I'm going to turn the heat down just a little bit on this. And I'm going to plate this up for you guys. Guys, there you go. I don't have a clue why you would go spend your money at a Chinese restaurant when you can do this at home. It looks fabulous, but you know what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for that bite. So guys, spend the time, do it at home. It's gonna taste better and you know where everything came from. General Tso's chicken. Homemade, you know where every ingredient came from. It's much better that way. But you know I'm waiting for that bite. Let me get some. Chicken as moist as can be. I don't know what to say, guys. Try it at home. Perfection on a plate. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications, make sure you share the video. And hey, this is Big Tone signing off. Peace.